Hello, whoever's listening to this, wherever you are from, whoever you are. I hope you're having a lovely time so far. I am having a great time as I sit here right now, recording this for you. I painted today in the morning. This is morning time. This is about probably I want to say 6:30 in the morning. And the cut that you saw me made a little bit earlier on that piece of, on that big wooden board, I actually decided to just wing it and guess the measurements with my eyes, and I ended up cutting significantly smaller than I usually cut because I didn't have a reference canvas to make that outline. But anyway, I still had fun today, and I love the way that the sunlight shines in the morning and the quietness. It's on days like today, it's very warm. When the sun rises, it casts this warm orange light across the mountains and across the desert. And this area that I painted in, I don't know how the heck I haven't found it before, because I paint in the same vicinity, like more or less the same area every single time that I come out to paint. And for whatever reason, I just haven't came across this specific area that I'm painting in today. And it has so many desert, I don't know what these plants are called. I'm going to have to look it up, and whenever I talk about them, I'll know their name. But the plants that are behind me, those really green spiky ones, I constantly stab myself in my leg when I'm walking in the desert, because if I look away for just 1 second, I usually just end up kicking those things. And yeah, the amount of times I've stabbed myself and just had one of those needles stuck in my skin for an entire day. I couldn't even tell you how many times that's happened to me. But yeah, today is really enjoyable. I started off with this red color, then I worked with some pink, and what I've realized recording these videos so far is that oftentimes when I use my spray paint, it looks like the video's kind of sped up. It looks like it's faster than normal speed, and I guess I just move pretty fast while I'm using my spray paint, because there's not really any way you can tell that it's not sped up, but I guess you can see me shaking the can or whatever. But yeah, no, that's real time speed, guys. I go pretty fast with my spray paint, and I don't really think when I'm doing it. I just kind of follow some kind of curvaceous guidelines in my head. And what's been getting on my nerves lately is some of my cans that I've had for 3 months. They clog up at the nozzle, so I can't use all of my cans, or if I do want to use a specific can, I sometimes have to take off the nozzle from a different spray can and put it on the can that I want to use, and that takes up a little bit of unnecessary time, and it's been putting a bottleneck on my creativity per se. But I'm not complaining, it's just one of those things. I laugh at myself sometimes because I have to shake up these cans so much in between sessions, because it would be very difficult to shake each individual can that I plan on using, because I have what I want to say I have at least 30 cans of spray paint in my bag, and it totals to probably 50 or 60 pounds. It makes my bag very heavy, just all of the equipment that I have in my big duffel bag that I carry on my back. So I'm not going to shake up 60 pounds worth of spray paint every single time I come out to paint. So I really just pick and choose, and whatever colors I want to use, I end up just shaking the heck out of them and hoping for the best, really. And so far it's been working. Yeah, we're definitely using a lot of colors today. Recently I've just fallen in love with using these bright, vibrant colors, and then I'll just come in and use pink. I think pink just ties things together so well. For whatever reason, I just really like pink. A lot of the paints that I get, my water-based paints that I start my base coat off with, today I started off with white. You guys saw me when I used my paintbrush earlier to spread evenly that white paint. Whenever I go to get that paint, I usually go to a hardware store, and I go to the discount section, and I'll pick up a gallon of paint that somebody ordered but ended up not buying because they didn't like the color. And oftentimes I can get those for like a little bit cheaper than what they would have been. So I kind of enjoy doing that. It's something that I've enjoyed doing recently. I mean, I take so many trips to the hardware store, and every time I go, I hope that there's some kind of cool color. And that's kind of why I think that I've been using pink so much lately. You could see the pink that's on my pants. It's because when I went to the hardware store, I guess someone didn't want to buy a gallon of pink paint. So I picked it up, and I just further fell in love with the color pink as my base coat. Today, I use white, and you can tell it pops out, it contrasts in comparison to the spray paint colors that I used. And I don't mind it. I think this looks pretty cool. Oh, also, the tool that you see me using right now is something I've never used before. I was actually very excited to use this today. So it's called a spackling tool, if I'm not mistaken. You use it to like repair patches or holes in a wall with spackle compound. And I walked across these tools in the hardware store, and I was like, you know what? I really want to try to use that when I make these patterns. So it worked amazingly. As you can see, it's a little bit difficult because it doesn't gracefully graze my canvas, because my canvas is made out of wood. So it's an effortful task to move this spackling tool across my canvas, and it takes a lot of effort. As you can tell, it wasn't the easiest thing to do, but we got it done. And it definitely scraped the paint off. I mean, you can you can kind of see the wood in the background, but I think it still looks really cool. I got 3 different spackling tools, so they're different sizes, so I plan to use the different sizes and see which ones I like best. This has definitely been a learning process for me. I'm still trying to figure out what styles I like and what captivates me more. So far, I just love using my caulking gun, and I love doing this. This is my favorite part. I can talk about this for quite some time. I just love this part of my process, and it's super satisfying for me. Just using a bead of this compound and making squiggly lines all over the place and just going crazy with it. I love doing this. This is one of my favorite things. I mean, and I kind of just follow the line that I made using my spackling tool. I really enjoy that. And also the color that I'm using today. This color is like a tan color. I thought that black was the only color that existed with this specific caulking compound. It's kind of like a window sealant, and I really like this tan desert color. I plan to use it for different pieces. I don't know. There's a black, there is this tan color, and there's also a white color, if I'm not mistaken. And so I picked this one up, and I figured I would test it out today and see if I liked it. And I definitely do like it. Something I definitely see myself using in the future. This part really humbles me because, I mean, as much as I would like for this piece to be perfect, as you can tell, there are just so many variables when I'm using this caulking gun. It's not going to come out perfect, and if it does, it's very rare. I mean, sometimes weird things happen when you're setting a bead of caulking. It's very inconsistent, and it's difficult to get a consistent outcome. You have to constantly keep that nozzle close to the canvas, and I enjoy the imperfections. When I first began doing this, I tried to make it perfect, and I tried to make every single line look uniform. But as I gradually just fell in love with this this process, I've just kind of let go of trying to make it look super perfect, and I really just go with the flow. So sometimes right now you see me working a little bit faster than other times, and I often slow down and speed up and slow down again and speed up again. I don't mind it, but yeah, I really like the way that this tan color looks. I'm definitely digging it. I really like it. I really, really like it. I wish I would have gotten my my spray paint and done like another line like I usually do. I'll probably do that next time. We'll see. But I'm just about done with this piece today, and my phone started overheating again. This is something that I've been struggling with while recording in the morning. When the sun rises, it gets so hot. So I'm glad I finished this piece in time. Here it is. I had so much fun, and I'm already starting to sweat. I have paint all over myself. That's why I don't wear shirts, but have a good day.